going to map 2. Maybe they can bring it back together. And now you're bringing guard in so that Prophet can move over to the Zarya. Interesting play here.
There we go. That's what I want to see. Is Prophet going to be feeling a bit more confident on the Zarya? The Zarya, once you get that high energy, you start melting everybody. And we have seen this as a bit of a trend. You get your Tracer player over to Zarya, tracking in terms of aim, kind of similar. So we'll see if he's got the power that it takes to control the LG. Are we getting into it, though? Yes, we are. London going to be starting off on the defense. Washington Justice going to be starting off on the offense. And it's looking like Washington are going to be sticking to their guns. Corey will be on the Zarya. No Widow play here to start things off on Numbani. But it will be the big beef.
Okay. Given what the offense wants to run, I'd imagine they're going to try to take the staircase right here. You don't want to walk up Broad Street and be wide open for any sort of incoming damage. Get free damage in. The first allied shield goes on, and Reinhardt trying to build up that charge on Zarya. The damage done on the shield equates to damage Zarya can do in return.
There's a choke point. How are they going to get through? Just run right in. Why not? Massive cleave coming through here from Gesture, nearly halfway to his ultimate already. Just so much damage, and that is going to grind this push to a halt. Washington Justice rebuffed. They have to back off.
I thought this might be an adjustment that they make too, that you let Gesture run on his Winston, which I think has been very good for him in the past. Seems a little more comfortable with it. Gesture and Fury together on highly mobile, vertical, what we call dive tanks has been very good. And we've seen 3 tank, 3 support work with this kind of composition. It's just a variation. Philadelphia runs it very well. In fact, Philadelphia beat London with this composition.
And Gesture seen as one of the best Winstons in the league, so definitely going to be feeling it now. Washington Justice are going to be the ones left wondering, okay, what went wrong there? How do we figure this out? Because again, they're going to the same point by the looks of things, right back up onto the high ground here through the choke point. Yanis out front with the shield, Corey ready to back him up, and once again, round 2, charging straight in, and now you got an angry monkey on your hands. Gesture can just cut this team in half and knock them out of position. Yep, sure enough, Gesture going to be the one to kick things off with a kill on Yanis. But the focus fire right now from London Spitfire, they're just pummeling. Either it's going to be Guido or it's going to be Yanis. One or the other is going to die, and then the rest of the team follows.
A momentum-based composition indeed, because Gesture did so much cleave damage early on in the Winston, already had his Primal Rage up. It's a tough spot to push into Primal Rage, because if you're stuck in the stairwell, you're getting batted down the wall. If you push past the stairwell, you're getting batted off the edge. Well, third time's a charm, definition of insanity trying to go here as they try to build up some ultimate percentage. Corey is very close to Graviton.
So lots to deal with this grab though, but oh, we get to eat. No, what? Samsung needs something.
A sound barrier? I think a little glitch in this matrix right there though, as it showed up in our kill feed. Very strange. But right now, this is the rotation that Washington wants to make onto the point. They're going to take the low ground, force London down.
Sound barriers getting thrown in. London going to be tough ones to crack, but now they actually have managed to get onto the point. Washington Justice can group up together as a unit, and this is where they tend to shine. We saw it on the first map. Guard going to find the kill on Auto to kick things off. They need to trade this back quickly, and they are trying to focus down Guard on the London Spitfire, but he will survive for now. Corey just going in. Self-destruct combo, point blank, takes down Prophet, but the kills are coming through here for London as well. Does look like they might have back off though, or at least trying to stall. Fury and Nuss trying to work together as a duo.
Oh, very nice spot out by Yanis there. He finds the lone Zenyatta. It was 3-3, but segmented off. And with that last kill, they will force London off the point, and the Washington Justice will prevail. It's a nice setup, a nice execution. They finally got through the top and then took the low ground away. There's not a whole lot that you can do from the high ground, especially if you knock the opposing Zarya off.
All right, now we begin the long approach here for Washington Justice. London looking to take the fight again early. Don't want to let there get to be too much progress here made by Justice. You fight him early so you can fight him again later if you happen to lose the fight, or you just go ahead and force him back and spawn camp him. We've seen it all here on this map. It's been one of the core since the beginning of the league. So Otto, from his perspective, going in for the stun. There you go. Gesture gets deleted right on through. And Washington now with nothing to stop him. They're trying to get a stagger. They're trying to follow up with another kill, but gotta remember, payload. Can't leave the payload alone. Get 3 bodies on it and get moving just that much faster.
Yeah, Otto, of course, a familiar Overwatch League veteran, came up with Shanghai Dragons last year as a late addition. So this Washington, D.C. roster is a nice mix of the old and the new, and it's just going to take them a moment to gel together. There's talent on this team.
Rally thrown in now by the man in question, Otto. Trying to get that armor up, but we will have a counter thrown in. Self-destruct finds nothing. Nuss is going to take down Corey, though. So once again, London Spitfire starting off strong. Not going to discount it, however, because the last time this happened, Washington were able to turn it around, but it's looked like they're split up, and London not willing to overextend, just going to go ahead and kick them back.
It's fine to retreat. I believe they got that point and 0 meters left to go. I thought I heard the horn, so they're just going to back up.
Which is odd.
Yeah.
How did that happen in all of that mix, seeing as how London did manage to contest? Focus has got to be on the payload at all times. Kills are great, stats are nice, but that's just fluff compared to what you need to get done. Prophet kicks things off, melts Corey before he can get any energy up, and so Prophet, now you can see the number in the middle of the screen there. The higher that gets, the more damage Prophet deals.
The Shatter got blocked as well, and I wonder if it's just a matter of if Gesture is more comfortable with Prophet on his side as well, knowing he's going to get bubbles at the right time. So Prophet Zarya seems to have been a nice improvement over what we saw Burton in his first couple matches. Remains to be seen. An interesting angle taken on approach by Washington here.
Straight on through, but there's the grab. Fury finds Fazix already. AoE healing not going to be in, and they are just going to get picked off one after another here on the Washington side. Corey does manage to back off at least a little while longer, but he will go down as well. And just like that, London Spitfire setting up a strong defense here on the second point. 2 minutes on the clock here for Washington.
Yeah, the Zarya matchup has so far gone in favor of Prophet. More average energy at 54% to 45%, and more Graviton Surge kills as well.
Now Corey, now he's alive. That means that he can use the grab. There it is, right into it. Self-destruct, straight over the top. Not gonna find the angle though. Yanis with the shield does manage to get in here, into the thick of things once again. The Shatter gets thrown out. Doshin focused. Are they gonna find the kill on him? Yes, he goes down. Addo there with the kill on him. And this is gonna be setting it up now for the Justice. They've got that man advantage. Never mind.
Swings back the other way with a nice Graviton Surge. Again, Prophet just adding to his numbers. 4 kills come from that Graviton Surge. And now they're still holding yet again, despite both supports being stunned in the prior Earth Shatter. They
Effective from them because there's a lot of grins going around. Doshin and Guard. Doshin always looks happy. He always looks good. He seems to be a really positive player for the team. But Guard with a bit of a chuckle. Seems like London is starting to feel it now. 60 seconds on the clock for Washington, and they're changing it up. Wrapping around the building. Quick rotation coming through here from London Spitfire to get in position. And yep, sure enough, Gesture going to get that wall up in time. So now once again, we go into the standoff.
They can just play this very patiently, too. They can use their ultimates reactionarily. Knocked down, though. Gesture dies with Earth Shatter up. They wanted to use that. They're going to throw the rally in there, too. Justice with their last best chance here.
Great focus fire there from Washington. Managing to pick off Gesture before he can get into it. Trance is used, however, from Washington, so that's going to be keeping him healthy. Fury out of mech. Doshin dead as well. And this is big, but now you can't afford to lose, Washington. You've got 20 seconds to push it as far as you can, this payload. You got a long way to go.
It's a long way to go, but you know what makes the payload push a little easier is you got all those check marks on your side.
Yes.
Several ultimate abilities up for the Washington Justice. Tank ultimates, support ultimates, the only one missing Transcendent. So it's going to be a battle of ultimate efficiency going forward as they have to face off against Gesture and Prophet. They've got their own abilities ready.
It looks like the rally is going to get thrown in as well. Corey, full energy. Trying to find the opening here for the grab. It's going to be grab B, grab the D Matrix, though he's got to be careful, does not want to get this fed, and that's going to cost him the hesitation. The delay with the trans thrown in from Bedosian. Everybody on Spitfire is surviving, and this is surely going to be a one fight for them. No hesitation on the Spitfire side, using all the ults. I do like the focus, however, from Sam. Looked like Guido was able to get in there as well, or Fazix, but it's not going to happen. They are gone. 2 points and some progress here for the Washington Justice on Numbani. We're going to be taking a short break, and when we come back, we'll find out what they're capable of on the defense. So all throughout that defense there for London Spitfire, they looked solid, they started strong, but every time right towards the end where it starts getting towards the finish line for Washington, they get all this progress, or they get the point. London somehow crack, and they aren't able to just get that hard lock going on the defense. So curious to see for London, you know, are they starting to find themselves, or is there still a little bit of that weakness that we were wondering about going into this match?
It's just Prophet's old consistency too, and I think it's not necessarily Birdring's fault. We've seen a lot of DPS players, damage dealing players, of a certain type called tracking aiming. It's kind of like a paintbrush. You're following something, and that's what Tracers have to do, and that's what Zarya has to do. The opposite end of things is Widowmaker players, what we call flick aim, where you're moving from one target to another target very quickly, which as Zarya, actually not very helpful.
No, you're trying to lead with the grenades, and you're trying to, well, track with the beam, you're right. So that does play a bit more into Prophet's wheelhouse. We have seen him with a solid Zarya performance so far. Now obtained. We did get a D-make on Fury though, so that's going to slow things down just a little bit for London. They don't have that D-matrix to fall back on. And sure enough, because of that, Yanis going to go out leaping up to the top. A little bit of a poke, a little bit of a hello.
This is the kind of versatility Guard gives you. They're running 4 tanks and 2 supports here. That's why you're going to see Fedosian on the Moira. They simply need the healing output of it. No Pagrita in this mix.
Well, somehow we have a baby diva taking down a mech diva. Sansam, however, he's so quick to generate this ult, he's going to be right back into his mech, so no problems there. And the big kills coming through. The combo works out with Corey and Yanis working together. All the kills here for the Justice, and they slammed the door on London Spitfire. Not a single tick of progress picked up here for London.
Okay, Fedosian is going to get off of the Moira onto the Zenyatta because I think they understood there that no one was really dying with the 4 tanks. Tanks are great at absorbing damage and outputting damage with giant abilities, but not so much in a straight-up fight. Now, you've got a Zenyatta to add the Orb of Discord into the mix, which makes people take extra damage.
Exactly, so you can actually start to put some hurt on these big beefy targets. They have so much health, 30% additional damage with the Discord Orb. That does make a difference. So let's see if Doshin's going to be able to capitalize, and if the Focus Fire will be there for London Spitfire to take advantage of that valuable ability. Already a little bit of a wrap here coming up, changing up the high ground positioning.
This is great because now you've got Prophet Zarya on the high ground, and you can use the alternate fire to just rain grenades from above. The beam tracking is really important to do a lot of sustained damage, but those things, when you're charged up, can hit like a truck.
Okay, now I think you've seen all the balconies, London. It's time to get in here. There we go, throwing in the grab to kick things off with this fight. Self-destruct gonna get thrown in by Fury as well. Not gonna find a target though. Guido doesn't care, he's got the trance. He's in vuln while that ult is going. So London, they've got a presence on the point, but right now Washington are doing a very good job of just keeping a body on the point. Sansam is there to contest, and they're not really giving up any big kills. One tick nearly picked up, contested at the last second by Fazix, but it will go London's way. So one tick picked up, self-destruct thrown in, just a bit too far it seems, but the sound barrier was there, thrown in by Nuss to keep his teammates alive. And now the contest comes out for real here for Washington, and let's see, did they find somebody out of position? They throw themselves into the fight bodily, but the trance are gonna go up for both Zenyatas, keeping their teammates alive.
Yeah, Giannis went in deep there knowing that he was gonna do enough damage to get this Primal Rage off. Still no one dying, now just bashing people in the grab, and a nice eat on the Graviton of Prophet. Sansam has been the unsung hero. He's had a lot of big, small plays, I'd call them.
Yeah, oh, that damage from Prophet, not gonna get away, but Corey trades it, takes down Nuss. So, you're right, that is huge. That might have turned it here because now London, they've only got 40 seconds on the clock, and it's a long run back from spawn. They got a lot of ground to cover here, London, and it needs to be a perfect fight for them coming into it. Doshin's nearly got the trance, so they'll have that support ultimate online, and Jester's nearly got his shatter. That's a fight-changing ultimate. Can they tie the two together and find success here on point A, or are Washington Justice gonna take a 2-map lead over the defending champs of Overwatch League?
A nice little disruption play there from Giannis. He was hiding, then jumps up, gets the allied shield, goes in, but the first kill will go on to Giannis. Finds himself all alone, and look at the energy here from Prophet, just beaming down fools.
Melts them, and at the very end, it will be the Washington Justice getting overwhelmed. London Spitfire finds success eventually. 2.5 minutes on the clock now to see how far they can get this payload. Washington, though, shake it off. You did a great job. They don't have a whole lot of time here, London. He's done a great job so far. Now it's about just keeping focused, and you have quite a few ults coming online here for the next fight as well. So you could look to take that early and really just crank up the pressure on London.
That might be what the veteran leadership of this Washington team can bring. Recognize victories. Yeah, we lost the point, but it was a better defense than London, so recognize you're still ahead.
Still solid right now. Self-destruct. Thrown into the back, not going to find a target. Gesture had his shield up at the focus fire coming in. Addo going to be able to find the kill on Gesture, so no Rhine to hide behind here for London. They're going to have to back off and wait for Gesture to get back into this fight. Just like that, it turns. London, valuable time bleeding off the clock.
All the way back, there's another great stall ultimate available if they just want to send Giannis straight in there. Start knocking people around with Primal Rage. Corey's got a Graviton ready too.
Just like that, Giannis gonna go leaping in. The focus fire though, he nearly goes down. They're gonna be able to melt him. Prophet not letting go of that one. Giannis gets punished for going in too deep. He's gone. And there it is, the opening that London were waiting so patiently for. Giannis provided the start. They managed to get the finish. London will win this fight. And now we'll start seeing them actually get this payload a bit closer to that second point. 1 minute on the clock for them to win.
A full team killed, and that's such a big swing play because in Primal Rage, Winston immediately goes up to 1,000 HP.
Yeah.
When you're doing all that damage, that's charging your ultimate to the London Spitfire. That's 1,000 HP just donated into the ultimate bank of the Spitfire.
He even had the sound barrier. He even got sound barriered at the end, and they still melted through that. Brutal damage coming through here from London. But Prophet doing a good job of maintaining that energy. Needs to hop up to 100 here so he can really start melting them. Sensam gonna have to back off. And Prophet point blank. There's the grab right on through. Self-destruct coming in from Fury right over the top, and this time it works. Sound barrier and Trance both go in, but they're a second too late.
This should be a one fight for the Spitfire, and they will get that second point, and thus an extension on their time bank. 1:45 on the clock remains. London's going to chase this down, see if they can get anyone late. They do just that. I'm going to put a couple people back onto the payload so that it starts making progress. Little yellow marker on our little line in the middle is where they got to go, or easier to follow, the big box on the ground.
The big box of victory. And Gesture, guess what he's doing? Guess what he's doing? Nobody knows that he's here. Oh, he could have just hung around, but it looks like they didn't want to commit to this Washington, perhaps because they didn't see him. They didn't know where he was going for. He was trying to go for the surprise shatter. Instead, it's going to be point blank. No subtlety here. Right through the front. Gesture hanging on, and he does get overwhelmed in the end. Sensam, with the help of his team, finding the kill. And once again, Gesture, the man to go down first here for London Spitfire with a minute on the clock for London.
That's really tough. That was through rally as well. So we'll see what they have going for them next. It's the same scenario. They've got an Earth Shatter. They've got a Graviton Surge. I kind of want to keep an eye on Sansam here, see if he can eat yet another grab.
It's a hard life for these Rhine players, Hex. Always the center of attention, you know. At a party, that's great, you know, but in a game of Overwatch, that's not as pleasant. Gesture, and it's just getting run over. Prophet on the angle. We will have the self-destruct. The stun as well, but Prophet gets his bubble off in the nick of time. He barely survives it. Sound barrier thrown in by Phasix now to keep his teammates up. And right now, it's all about buying more time. 20 seconds on the clock for London. Shatter thrown in, not gonna find anything. Trance cancel, well, just, it baits the Trance at least, but then that also leads to the kill. Corey gonna take advantage of it, push forward and find Notion.
A nice rotation by Guido to keep his own Zarya alive, and they find themselves fighting in a room. All the kills coming in favor of the Washington Justice. Only 3 alive here. Grab's gonna clean up the last 2. It's just Prophet remaining.
And this is it. Washington will take the lead 2-0 over the London Spitfire, the defending champs from the first season of Overwatch, or the season 2018 of Overwatch League. Washington, they're 1 map away from a huge win for them.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile. High ground or low ground, T-Mobile has you covered. And by State Farm. Whatever life brings your way, State Farm is here to help life go right.